Hello guys and welcome back to WWE 2K25 My Rise, hot off the back of the last episode where NXT has risen up against the main roster. We have been the main target of that uprising and we have been tasked to go out and find some help to swing the momentum in our way, and that is where we are kicking off today. And here is the help we are looking for.
Wow, you came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
My ex calling me desperate. I missed that.
I'm going to ignore that, but I suppose we did make a good team. Might be nice to get back together. In the ring only, of course.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
We are going to kick some Mutiny ass.
Haven't changed a bit.
Oh, she's ride or die, guys. Apparently, she's got one more match to fulfill in her current contract. And Triple H is putting messages out about this, how he's going to stay neutral in this whole thing. And of course you can see that has ticked off Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and even Big Drew McIntyre is a bit like, he's just going to stay neutral. Everyone's making the connection between, obviously, NXT being Triple H's baby and what is going on at the moment. Now, Adam Pearce has texted privately, thankfully, Miss Williams, and he is welcoming her to the WWE. And hopefully, this is what we need, because we haven't had the best start to this My Rise, being jumped on our actual debut, and being jumped again and again. Hopefully, I mean, Frankie seems to think that it's going to be the case that Miss Williams here is the answer to our prayers, and she is going to be who stops us getting attacked. But we will see. Before we can even think anything about that at all, she still has to fulfill this TBD fulfillment in her contract. I have no idea who she's against, but hopefully she can get the win, because it's not going to fill us with much confidence if she fails in her task to win here. Like I mentioned back in episode 1, which if you haven't seen it yet is up on the channel now, and is playlisted already. Yeah, she's got Trish Stratus's moveset, so I think we should feel pretty confident here. And as expected, we are absolutely just battering Josie Jane here. I'm not sure if this is a full-fledged TBD match, but the fact that the referee is outside says that there's no countouts, and I'm pretty sure if we go back to 2K24, TBD rules meant that there were just no rules at all, but we're not going to risk that. We want to leave here and head to WWE with momentum, with a win in the bank. Nice chop there. Ms. Williams looking very, very impressive. She looks in great condition. Beautiful suplex there, fisherman style. Didn't hook the leg though, and that could be a mistake, but she's going to go for another one here. Bridges into the pin this time. Great core strength from Miss Williams. Josie Jane though kicks out, and this match continues going, and there's a sharp kick to the back from Williams there. I'm wondering what's going to happen when she arrives at WWE, because I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be an interwoven story, which is pretty cool, considering both were separate last year. Oh, beautiful Hurricane Rana though, from Williams, who is absolutely just having her own way with Josie Jane. Up, flips, up, into the Bulldog, and Josie is now the same colour as her gear. and that is not good for her. We had a sig pop up there, but timely reversal from Jane, and she keeps herself in this match for the time being, at least with some nasty sharp kicks there. But like I mentioned, it seems as though we're going to have interwoven stories the way this is playing out at the moment, and I'm excited to see where that goes, and I hope that you guys are too. Oh my God, what a right hand that was. Surely that's it, right? Bulldog, and if it wasn't before, it certainly is now. Josie Jane is all but done as she eats the big kick to the face. Williams into the cover. It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. And that is a win for our new partner in crime. The question though, where are we going from here?
So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which, in my case, is being...
Interesting, we're going to get the same as we got for Frankie here, and if he's bold and brash, there is no point in her being bold and brash as well, so we're going to go...
and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We can use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag titles.
I would have just wanted to go invade them right back, but I'm intrigued. How are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GM has been blowing up my phone nonstop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd.
And here we are in that match now, and we've been tasked, as you can see at the top left corner, to take some damage as Ms. Williams, which we are doing, but I wanted to do my best to try and wear the JC Jane and her tag partner down before, because obviously we don't know what's next. That's Troy running his mouth as usual, on the outside of the ring. Just absolute nonsense he's talking. He could not care less about this match, honestly. And I can't believe that we're teaming with Ribby. What on earth is going on here? I felt for sure it was going to be Frankie and Miss William, but no, here comes Ribby now into the action. Should I call him by Chase? I don't know, but all we've got to do is land some strikes with him. Oh, standing strikes. Okay. Will this count? Nope. JC taking Ribby on here. Oh, that counts though. That totally counts. And now we've done that quickly. Oh, what a kick from Chase. I can't lie, this feels a bit awkward, spinning wheel kicking a woman in the face, but it's what we've been tasked to do. So now we've got, wait, what? We've got to get pinned as Miss William here. We're being told to lose already. Nice kicks from William. She is not gonna be too thrilled about having to take the loss here, and I wonder where this is going now. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to take these titles. And then it's Troy again. At this point, do we just stand there and let JC get a pin, maybe? Lining up the big kick. We're going to at least kick her in the face before we have to let her win. He's just getting back onto the apron now, and we've missed both kicks. What on earth? Thankfully, we're in the performance center, and Troy is like, pick up the pace. I happen to agree with him on that one. Come on, JC, pin us now. Maybe not. At this point, it was just about letting her put us on the floor and actually go for the pin. And there it is, the alley-oop bomb. We're not going to even kick out of this one. And let's see what happens now.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promised the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity Champions are gonna look great. And Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
Oh, that is sneaky. I can see where this is going, and poor Troy. He's been played again, and of course we're getting the message now from Williams asking how the plan is going. She said it's going great, so obviously she planned to lose that match. And now she's gonna team with him on NXT, and maybe, unless Mutiny comes out and attacks us once again, now on TV we're going to embarrass them and take the titles away from them. It was a cunning plan by her, I'll give her that, and it's got me wondering if we'd have picked scheming and calculating with Frank earlier, would we have had different story, different cutscenes? I'm intrigued by that. I'm very intrigued by that. Let me know if you did anything any different. That's what we're after. Lexis King and JC Jane. Can we take the titles from them?
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. Up in the corner.
I don't have a good feeling about this match. We've got the tasks up the corner again.
Back body drop.
Solid teamwork, but let's not forget the champs have solid teamwork of their own too.
The Williams is working really well together at the moment.
Good Lord. So effective.
We've got to grab
Headlock.
JC Kane
Cheap
in the
shot
ring
right above the eye.
as Frankie.
Hooked up. Great power.
Nice
Inverted
suplex.
suplex.
And a stop to the gut, too.
For the next episode, guys, I may turn commentary off. I just wondered if they were going to tell any of the story. It doesn't seem like they're really doing that though, so instead of having messed up audio, I might turn them off for the next episode.
Atomic drop. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Just grounded and pounded.
Even though we've got to tag JC here,
In a well-timed counter.
we're trying to do the same thing as we did in the Performance Center. If we can wear him down, then when we do grab her and tag her in, hopefully there won't be another tag back out.
Just right back. The pin.
But King has got different ideas here as he... Oh, dirty pin as well.
Gets the shoulder up and one.
Just for 1 count now.
Sending a message, getting his shoulder up before 2. Able to avoid damage with an evasive maneuver.
Now he just looks defenseless with every attack.
There we go, that's what we wanted.
Walking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury. Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus came with the belt shot. And the referee never saw it.
The champions
No way.
are going to retain.
Wait,
Oh, Ribby.
Is that the wrestler Chase who was supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on. Spear on JC Jane. Looks like his eye's okay. Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down on a JC Jane.
Oh, nice. I like that move.
That'll do it. We
we've done it.
officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
That whole bit there, that cutscene, that has me wondering now if it's the right thing to turn commentary off, because would we have heard that, or would we have just had to read it if I was to have turned it off? So I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity Championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny.
You used to date each other, right?
Don't hold that against me.
I won't. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Guys, do you want commentary left on or turned off for the next episode?
Is it though? Like you said, you're too close to this. Might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Do it. Don't do it, Triple H. Please don't do it. After a cunning move no one saw coming, the new Unity Tag Champions of Frankie Williams and Miss Williams, of course. Yes, score one for the good guys. Punk's happy with what we've done. WWE and NXT Mutiny are not very happy with what just happened.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
It is. I love Triple H, but he's making me wonder, so I'm gonna click the honest answer.
It is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Okay, this seems like a good place to end it, guys. I'm gonna click SmackDown, but that's completed that chapter, it seems like, so we'll come back for the next one in episode 3. So I'm looking at about episode 5 to decide whether I'm gonna turn commentary on or off, so please do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon for the next one. Until then, bye bye.